done with this year's corn planting, according to the latest numbers from USDA. About half of this year's soybeans are in the ground. But southwest Iowa is struggling with wet weather. There, just 75% of corn is planted and only 17% of soybeans. Greenfield farmer Doug Holliday says a constant drizzle has kept his field equipment in the shed, and 3-inch downpours have washed away some of the seeds he's managed to plant. Now he's 2 weeks behind schedule.
The season's stayed cool and moist. For our area, I'd say very moist. There's been very few days that you've been able to jump in the field. Doug Holliday, corn, soybeans, and cattle, family farm here in Greenfield, Iowa. We're corn on corn, and the corn stalks don't dry out as quick. I'm trying to find the seed that we planted here last Tuesday. Here we go. There he is. You know, it just stays damp and wet enough that we just can't quite go. If we were following bean stubble, we'd get along a lot better. And we'll maybe have to go back to a corn bean rotation. You know, you hit springs like this where it's damp and you just can't get it in. We'd like to run from the 20th of April till the 10th of May, you know. And now we're sliding back, and June 1st is getting closer. We only need a couple days to finish up corn to let us wrap it up, but we're just not getting it because we stay so damp. You can see out here was you know, we've dug here and it just squeezes and makes a mud ball. You found a kernel laying out there. Yeah, he washed out. We had a little bit of erosion here. Just the depth of the tillage equipment too. That's why we no till. But as you go further south from here, it's the same situation. There's a lot of acres that are not in yet. The next week doesn't look too promising.
The corn trade has been in a holding pattern since the beginning of May. That's according to analyst Don Rose with U.S. Commodities in West Des Moines, who also says downward movement last week was largely due to risk premium coming out of the market ahead of Memorial Day.
The feeling is that when we hit the Sunday afternoon, we'll have about 95% of the corn planted. So we're still off to a fast planting pace on corn. It's supposed to warm up again next week, which will aid the overall crop development. The soybean market continues to push into contract lows, and seasonally the market is on hold, waiting to see if we get any adverse weather going forward. But planting progress expected to be 75% complete as of Sunday night, so well above the 5-year average. Well, the cattle market was surprised a bit this week by, again, cash cattle did not fall apart. They traded steady, 159 earlier in the week, 161 late in the week. The box beef for the week did make an all-time high, topped out, but it's that drifting lower that is actually starting to put some pressure on us. I think that the cash cattle next week trade steady to lower, trying to put in a seasonal top on both the box beef and on the cash cattle. Well, the hog market seasonally continues to hold strength. The cutout has been continuing to move higher. The overall supplies remain large, but it's the seasonal advance during this time frame into June that is keeping the market strong on strong packer demand.
We put stories up every day. Check out WHOTV.com.